Hey everybody, today we are going to be doing a quest called the Holy Grail here on the UOAlive server. And if you're a big fan of Monty Python, you've got to check this out. So we're going to go ahead and head over to the community center because there's actually a book there that is going to allow you to kind of teleport around to the areas that you need to for the quest. It's this blue book back here underneath the Book of Holy Grail. So we'll go ahead and start off by heading over to King Arthur and get this thing started. So we'll double click him. It says, I am Arthur, King of the Britons. I have devoted my days in search of the rarest of items, the Holy Grail. But, well, it's not that I'm afraid or anything like that out among my people. They adore me, honest, and I'm really quite busy with stuff, king stuff. Well, no, you wouldn't know, I suppose, which is fine, you being one of my subjects and all. So I have a proposal. I would like you to set out on my quest to find the Grail. It will be quite easy and very safe, I am sure. Well, pretty sure anyways. All you have to do is pretend to be me, King Arthur. Simple enough, really. Don't really think anyone will know the difference. Not that they don't adore me or anything. Just to be sure, I will have you go speak to Bedimir, the guard of Swallow Castle near the city of Vesper. Yes, that should be a good test. You need a mighty steed for this quest, and they guard our finest stallions. If you convince them, then you should be relatively fine, I think. Once you have your steed, return to me so I can be sure they gave you the mightiest steed in the kingdom. I don't actually have anything for you to ride, so take these for now. I am sure they will do the trick. Now off you go. Get moving. You have no time to waste. Okay, so we'll accept. And as you can see, you get the magical coconuts of clapping. So if you've seen Monty Python, that's a reference to that. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it. Go watch it. It is hilarious. So the second thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go back to the community center because it's been marked in the book where to go each step. So the quest isn't very long, especially using the book. So Bedimir is going to be the second one here. So we'll just go ahead and recall over to him and check this guy out. Your coconuts clapping in unison with your gait, you approach the guards at the stable. Halt, who goes there? You reply, it is I, Arthur, son of Uther Pendragon, from the castle of Camelot, king of the Britons, defeater of the Saxons, sovereign of all England. Pull the other one. You reply, I have ridden the length and breadth of the land in search of knights who will join me in my court of Camelot. You're using coconuts. You don't even have a horse. You've got 2 empty halves of coconut and you're banging them together. You reply, so we will be riding when the snows of winter covered this land through the kingdom of Mercia. Where'd you get the coconut? You reply, we found them. Found them? The coconut's tropical. This is a temperate zone. You reply, the swallow may fly south with the sun, or the house martin, or the plumber may seek warmer climates in winter. Yet these are not strangers to our land. Are you suggesting coconuts migrate? You reply, not at all. They could be carried. What? A swallow carrying a coconut? You reply, it could grip it by the husk. It's not a question of where he grips it. It's a simple question of weight ratios. A 5-ounce bird could not carry a 1-pound coconut. You reply, well, it doesn't matter. I am in great haste and in need of a mighty steed. Tell your stable boy to... Listen, in order to maintain airspeed velocity, a swallow needs to beat its wings 43 times every second, right? You reply, please, I am not interested. It could be carried by an African swallow. Yeah, an African swallow maybe, but not a European swallow. But then, of course, African swallows are not migratory. You reply, please, will you have your stable boy fetch me your finest steed? So they could bring a coconut back anyway. Wait a minute. Supposing 2 swallows carried it together. No, they'd have to have it in a line. Oh, wait, it's simple. They just use a standard creeper, held under the dorsal guiding feathers. Yes, that would work. I should go speak with the real king about this. Bring me to the king's court, and then I will give you your mighty steed. Whispers to the other guard, King of the Who? I never heard of that guy. What a patsy. Okay, so looks like we need to take this guy to the king. I have gone ahead and put a rune in my book here for King Arthur. So we are going to use gate travel to get this guy right over to the king. This is my preferred method on this, just because you don't have to walk him all the way back every time. Except now, look at that! I got a big old mighty steed in my bag here. So one thing about UO, it is a little old school. You're going to have to click on this and toggle quest item. And pretty sure that's not one. Okay. So now we're going to click on the king again. You hand Arthur the tiny mighty steed statuette. Well, I certainly didn't see this one coming. He told you we were completely out of mighty steeds. Not even a horse. The three-legged mule wasn't available either, eh? Well, this is most disappointing. But we mustn't be delayed in our quest for the Holy Grail, and you wouldn't look very kingish trying to ride that ridiculous thing anyway, now would you? Here, take these back. Yes, much better. Go ahead and try them out again. Excellent. Much superior to the smelly, foul-smelling horse. All right, that is scene 1. We'll accept. Now that you are properly prepared for distant travels across the lands, you must head out to assert your presence as I, Arthur, King of the Britons. I will have you seek out Dennis the peasant first and bring him back here to my chambers. For ruling such a kingdom requires that your peasants love and adore you. Dennis is one of my most loyal peasants and will be thrilled to be escorted back here to my court. Be sure to return to me with his gift of tribute and loyalty to my crown. Oh, and while you are there, we have a terrible pig problem, so clear out some of those for me. Dennis works in the fields along with my other subjects. Accept. All right, so just real quickly, we'll go back to the community center. Got to go get this Dennis guy. And we also have to clear out some smelly foul pigs. So here's the smelly pigs. Oh, well. Sometimes I hit replace instead of recall, and I absolutely hate it. So just go right around here and find these smelly old pigs. And so that part of the quest is done. And Dennis is around here somewhere. You can go back and just teleport directly to him, which we may do if I can't find him. But he is around here in this location. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do it quickly and just go ahead and go back and then we'll go straight to him. So Dennis the peasant. Yeah, we weren't too far off. I went the wrong direction. All right, what's up, Dennis? All right, you must rest 2 minutes before we set out on this journey. So that's just so people can't blast through it and just repeat it over and over and over and over again in 10 minutes. So I'll catch you guys back in 2 minutes. All right, we are back. The timer should be good. Let's talk to Dennis. You see a peasant in the fields. Old woman. Oh my. Old man, sorry. What knight live in that castle over there? I'm 37. I'm not old. You reply, well, I can't just call you man. Well, you could say Dennis. You reply, well, I didn't know you were called Dennis. Well, you didn't bother to find out, did you? Well, I object to this. Automatically treat me like an inferior. You reply, well, I am here before you as your king, Arthur, King of the Britons. Oh, king, eh? Very nice. And how did he get that, eh? By exploiting the workers, by hanging on to outdated imperialist dogma which perpetuates the economic and social differences in our society. And who are the Britons? You reply, well, we all are. We're all Britons, and I, Arthur, am your king. Please, please, good Dennis, I am in haste. Who lives in that castle? No one lives there. We are an anarcho-syndicalist commune. We take it in turns to act as a sort of executive officer for the week. But all the decisions to the officer have to be ratified at a special bi-weekly meeting by a simple majority, and in the case of purely internal affairs, you say, be quiet. I order you to be quiet. but by a 2/3 majority in the case of more order, eh? Who does he think he is? You reply, I am here by the orders of your king. Well, I didn't vote for you. You reply, you don't vote for kings. Now come along with me. I shall escort you back to the castle. All right, well, it's time to take this guy back to the castle. Let's go ahead and pop over to King Arthur again and see what he has to say to the king. All right. Dennis's tribute. Let's talk to the king again. What is that smell? Get back there and bring Dennis to me. Oh my goodness gracious. It looks like he gave us some horse dung. So we're going to have the toggle quest item. Turn that on. And get over to the king. Well done again. You are making quite an impression. What is that terrible odor? I was rather expecting gold, not... Actually, this is quite disgusting. Here, you take it. And go clean yourself up. You smell like a pigsty. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? The Grail. Yes, we must focus on the Holy Grail. Scene 2 complete. It is time to test your skills in battle. There is a bridge north of the Twin Oaks Tavern, a lovely place. I frequent it often, but that is another tale guarded by the Black Knight. It's really quite a lovely bridge. There are birds and the lovely sound of water trickling below across the rocky bed. Never mind that. You must go there and defeat this so-called knight. It really should be quite easy. I don't think the mighty steed I gave you will be of much help in this battle, though. I'd stay on foot. Bring me back his helmet, so I know you have defeated him in a great battle that will reflect upon my glorious conquest across the land. Okay, so we'll accept that. We will head back to the community center where we have the book. And it's off to fight the infamous Black Knight. So as you can see here, Black Knight's listed there. So we'll hit 3, recall over. And as you can see here, the Black Knight is on the bridge. So we'll go ahead and get this started. Go, Charlie, go. He's not terribly difficult. I definitely wouldn't recommend coming though before you get your your skills and stuff up. So once you defeat the Black Knight, you get the Black Knight's helmet. So go ahead and loot that. We will go ahead and toggle that as a quest item. And back to King Arthur. So if you haven't, I definitely recommend setting up, like I said, a recall right here to King Arthur. It makes the quest a lot easier than having to go back to the community center for both things. Oh, yuck. You could have at least cleaned his bloody helmet up a bit before you handed it over. Now I have blood and entrails all over my armor. Now, you did display great courage in defeating the Black Knight, so take this as a reminder of your victory. Accept. Scene 3 complete. You have proven yourself worthy in battle and successfully removed the entrail stains from my tunic. Now let's get on with your Holy Grail hunting. There is a legend of a man who knows such things. He is known as Tim the Enchanter. Arthur shields his eyes with his arm. Sorry, that was a little overdramatic. As I was saying, you will need to seek out this Tim fellow, but first you must pass through the sacred woods and the swamps of Ishlanar, guarded by the knights who speak such as to drive a man to madness. If you earn passage from these keepers of the sacred woods, return to me with their offering. It will be a clue useful in obtaining the whereabouts of Tim the Enchanter. Okay. So now we are off to find these people that apparently are very difficult and can turn you mad. Just by the way they speak. If you've seen the movie, you know who it is. So here we will go down to the knights who say, what? Knee. All right, recall over. And as you can see here, we've got 3 knights, but one in the middle looks different because he has antlers. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and hit this guy. We are the knights who say, Knee. We are the keepers of the sacred words, Ni, Pin, and Niwam. The knights who say Ni demand a sacrifice, you reply. Knights of Ni? We are but simple travelers who seek the enchanter who lives beyond these woods. Ni, Ni, Ni. Who shall say Ni again to you if you do not appease us? We want a shrubbery. Ni, Ni. You cower at the repeated words of the knights. He replies, please, please, no more. We shall find a shrubbery. You must return here with a shrubbery from the city of paladins, or else you will never pass through these woods alive. One that looks nice and not too expensive. Now go. So if you played the game for a while, you know the city of paladins is more than likely going to be Trinsic, but we're going to go back to the community center anyways because there's a recall right over there. So here we see Roger the Shrubber. It's going to be page 4. So just hit recall here. Oh goodness, Roger the Shrubber is right here. So you say you are the king of the Brits, eh? Are you saying Ni to that old woman? Ah, now we see the violence inherent in the system. Oh, what sad times are these when passing ruffians can say Ni at will to old ladies. There is a pestilence upon the land. This is nothing is sacred. Even those who arrange and design shrubberies are under considerable economic stress at the period of history. Yes, shrubberies are my trade, and I am a shrubber. My name is Roger the Shrubber. I arrange, design, and sell shrubberies. The knights who say Ni have sent you in search of a shrubbery, a fine shrubbery. I shall design a fine shrubbery for you, unless I hear you say Ni. Bring me 12 fertile dirt, an end shave, and a dovetail saw, so I may properly prepare a shrubbery of superior design, and promise to never again to say Ni. Okay, so we'll go ahead and move some of this stuff out of the inventory that we don't need anymore. We'll put it in this little bag over here. And we need fertile dirt. So I've found the easiest way to find fertile dirt is to go directly to the actual newbie dungeon. There's a bunch of earth elementals there. And typically they're available for kill. But you are also going to need the 2 other items that you're going to get from a tinker. So we'll go ahead and hit the tinker up real fast. And we will hit the, let's see. So what will we need again? Let's go ahead and figure out how to do that. So what you're going to do is Roger the Shrubber. And it's going to say you need 12 fertile dirt, 1 end shave, and 1 dovetail saw. Okay, sounds pretty easy. Let's see here. We need an end shave and a dovetail saw. Oh, there's 1 end shave right there. There's 1 dovetail saw right there. So we've got these 2 items already. So let's go ahead and move them down. We'll go ahead and click them as the quest items. Watch me struggle to get these on the quest items. There we go. And now we will head off to the community center because we are going to use the waygate there to go ahead and go to New Haven. Once here, you just pop off the roof of the New Haven Bank. And this should be the place that you leveled up your initial skills. But if for some reason you didn't, you just roll through here. And there's going to be earth elementals. Uh-oh, looks like somebody's killing them. Right here. So what we are going to do, we'll go ahead and skip until the earth elementals are all good to go. And move from there. Give me 1 second, guys. Alrighty, and what we have here is a player named Smog, who must have known that I'm on the quest for the king, who has handed over his fertile dirt. And it also keeps me from taking away his creatures that he's trying to fight. So, one more time, we'll look through here. Looks like we need 12 fertile dirt. I have 12 on me, so we're going to go ahead and toggle quest item. And looky there, we're all set. So let's go ahead and run back over to the shrubbery guy. So, community center. And then right back to the shrubbery guy. So once here, we'll go ahead and click him. Here is your finely designed shrubbery. Accept. Now that we have this beautiful shrubbery, we're going to head on back to the Knights of Ni. All right, we'll go back to the Knights of Ni here. And click on the middle guy again. We shall say Ni again if you do not appease us. Shrubbery. It is a good shrubbery. I like the laurels particularly, but there is one small problem. We are now no longer the knights who say Ni. We are the knights who say Eki, 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 Pigang, Zoom, Boing, Mumble, Mumble. Therefore, we must give you a test. Firstly, you must find another shrubbery. Then, when you have found the shrubbery, you must place it here beside this shrubbery and slightly higher so you have a 2-level effect with a little path running down the middle. Then, when you have found the shrubbery, you must cut down the mightiest tree in the forest with a herring. You reply, cut down a tree with a herring? It can't be done. Ah, don't say that word. You reply, what word? I cannot tell. Suffice to say, it is one of the words the Knights of Ni cannot hear. You reply, how can we not say the word if you don't tell us what it is? Ah! You reply, what is? No, not is. We couldn't get very far in life not saying is. Ah, I said it. I said it. Oh, I can't. I said it again. You reply, oh, stop it, Patsy. You proceed back to King Arthur's court as you continue your quest for the Holy Grail, armed with a herring. Accept. So in our inventory here, you see a herring. So we'll go ahead and toggle a quest item for that herring real quick and make our way back to King Arthur, who probably is just waiting very patiently for his herring. Alrighty. So now that we are here, a herring, you must be bloody joking. What the hell am I? Oh, yes. Well, anyway, thank you, cough. Now that I have a herring, everything is clear to me. I know where you can find, what was his name? Oh, yes, Tim something the other. Finding the Holy Grail is within your grasp. Scene 4 complete. You have reached across the lands in search of the Grail with conviction and vigor. Before you seek out Tim the Enchanter, you are going to need help on your quest. First, you must search the lands and seek out the Knights of the Round Table and return them to the castle. I am sure they have clues to add to our task to find the Holy Grail. Once you have done this, you must rescue one of my purest knights who is being held captive in the castle Anthrax. His name, Sir Galahad the Chaste. His last message before the imprisonment within those walls was scribbled on a parchment and stated he has seen the Holy Grail. The location is near Spectre Dungeon and he is in great peril. It is said there are over 150 holding him within that structure. With a name so deplorable as Anthrax, one can only imagine the torture and desperation poor Sir Galahad is facing. Go, gather the Knights of the Round Table and rescue my poor valiant knight, and end the suffering he has endured within those perilous walls. Accept. So first, we are going to go ahead and go back to the community center real fast. And I'm just going to show you guys that there is a recall for this, but it is all within Britain. So we'll go ahead and just show you where everything is on gathering the knights. So what we're going to go here is Grail reports. And all of these are going to be the Knights of the Round. So it's going to take a couple of minutes for these to reset, and then we'll come right back to you. Alrighty, everybody, we are back, and we are going to go ahead and take one of these special knights here of the Round Table back with us. The knight looks startled as you approach. My liege, I have searched across the lands in search of the Holy Grail. Take me to my king's throne room. I have important information to give him. By the way, you won't tell him where you found me, will you? I really give you what you seek when we arrive in safe passage. Okay, so accept this. And we'll go ahead and head back over to Arthur's king room. Le throne room. All right, we'll get here. The Grail report. All right, so now we have the Grail report. We'll head back here. Looks like we got to wait another 5 minutes. So while we do that, I'm going to go ahead and come right back. Alrighty, so the timer's gone down, and this knight says, "Look startled at you as you approach." So this is the same thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to accept, and then we are going to once again head over to King Arthur's room. And I did it wrong. Recalled. Okay, well, this is a good chance to show you where to go exactly without using the book. So we'll just head this way, and then I'll gate this time. So if you're having a hard time finding them, you can turn on the... Yeah, see, it's right here. But you can also turn on the Control Shift, and it'll actually pull up the names. So this time we'll go ahead and gate travel, like I should have. Alrighty. So now let's look at the quests. So we've got 2 Grail reports. Ooh, now we need to get Galahad's report. Okay, so let's go ahead and head over to the community center. Right back here to our trusty quest book. And as you can see right here, it says Galahad. And in parentheses, it says go in portal in the middle. So we'll recall there. And we'll head into the portal. So here you're going to see Zoot the Foul Temptress saying, "I could use some help." "Welcome, gentle sir. We welcome you to the Castle Anthrax." You reply, "The Castle Anthrax? Yes. Oh, it's not a very good name. Oh, but we are nice, and we shall attend you to your every need." You say, "You are the keepers of the Holy Grail. I am here to rescue the purest of my knights, Sir Galahad." "To what? The Grail? Oh, but you are tired, and you must rest a while. Midget, Crupper, prepare a bed for our guest." You reply, "Well, look, I must find Sir Galahad. The beds here are warm and soft. And what is your name, handsome knight?" You say, "I am Arthur, King of the Brits, Defender." "Mine is Zoot, just Zoot. You would not be so ungallant as to refuse our hospitality." "Oh, but you are wounded. You must see the doctors immediately." No, please lie down." You say, Look, I have seen it. It is here in the... Look, please, in God's name, show me the Grail." "Oh, come, you must try to rest, Dr. Piglet. Dr. Winston, practice your art." You reply, "They're doctors?" They've had a basic medical training, yes. Try to relax." You say, "Sir Galahad, the Holy Grail. His last message said he saw it. The Grail is here." "Oh, that is our beacon, which I just remembered is Grail-shaped. It's not the first time we've had this problem." "Oh, wicked, bad, naughty, evil girls. Oh, they are naughty people, and they must pay the penalty. And here in Castle Anthrax, we have but one punishment for setting setting alight the Grail-shaped beacon. You must tie them down on a bed and spank them." You reply, "I have no time for this. Sir Galahad is in peril. I must have proof there is no Grail here. If you will not do as we ask, then you will have to make your way through the castle to find Sir Galahad." You reply, "I shall go in there and face the peril. I can defeat them. There's only 150 of them." Continue. "And we must slay 6 Anthrax women." So that's going to be these. So we'll slay 6 of them. Oop, and there's Sir Galahad over here, so we got to get to him. Oop, there's the key we need. So now we can open the door after we slay the 6 women of Anthrax. So this should be the last one. Alrighty, we are done there. So we will go ahead and mount our trusty steed here. And turn in this quest out here. Yes, you tackled us single-handed. Now won't you rest a while? Fine. Be that way, but you will return, won't you? Here is your grail, and bring your friends. Okay. So we got the quote-unquote grail. Now it's time to use this key. Open up this door. We'll roll over here to Sir Galahad. You rushed to find Sir Galahad. I was in the nick of time. You were in great peril. I don't think I was. You reply, yes, you were. You were in terrible peril. Look, let me go back in there and face the peril. You reply, no, it's too perilous. Look, I'm a knight. I'm supposed to get as much peril as I can. You reply, no, we've got to find the Holy Grail. Come on. Well, let me have just a little bit of peril. No, you reply. Now come along with me. We must head back to the castle. So come on, Sir Galahad, peril seeker. You can't recall out of here, so you have to take this red portal here. And you can just take it anywhere. And we'll just gate from there. All right, Sir Galahad. So now we have all of these items. So we're going to go ahead and turn them all into quest items. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we'll go ahead and turn them into the king here. Arthur takes the grail pieces and parchment and reads the details of Galahad's imprisonment. You didn't read this, did you? Arthur looks you over and stuffs the parchment into his pocket. Well, good. The castle anthrax is for dealing with another day. Way too perilous for you. I shall conquer that castle myself. Sir Galahad is safe and the Knights of the Round Table are reunited. All right, scene 5 is complete. Description, quest chain. It is time for you to seek out Brother Maynard. From him you must obtain the holy hand grenade of Antioch. 'Tis one of the sacred relics Brother Maynard carries with him. Bring Brother Maynard and the holy hand grenade to me. He and his brethren reside in the Empath Abbey. Okay, we'll accept this quest. And we'll head back over to the community center. We're getting really accustomed to this little blue book here. So we're going to go over to Brother Maynard. So we'll hit 6 and recall. And look at this guy. Just living his best life over here. We got to wait 4 minutes, so we'll be back in 4 minutes. Alrighty, so now we're going to click on Brother Maynard here. You approach Brother Maynard. You seek the Holy Hand Grenade. In order to use this, you must consult the Book of Armaments. Armaments chapter 2, verses 9 to 21. And Saint Attila raised the hand grenade up on high, saying, O Lord, bless this thy hand grenade, that with it thou mayest blow thy enemies to tiny bits in thy mercy. And the Lord did grin, and people did feast upon the lambs and sloths and carp and anchovies. And the Lord spoke, saying, First shalt thou take out the holy pen, then shalt thou count to 3, no more, no less. 3 shalt be the number thou shalt count, and the number of the counting shalt be 3. 4 shalt thou not count, nor either count thou 2, expecting that thou then proceed to 3. 5 is right out. Once the number 3, being the third number, be reached, then lobbest thou thy holy hand grenade of Antioch towards thou foe, who being naughty in my sight, shall snuff it. Amen. Now lead me to the castle. Okay, so the number 3 seems to have some relevance here. I almost clicked recall again. Can you imagine? All right, so there you go, accept. Now I have the Holy Hand Grenade. So let's go ahead and turn that into a quest item here. Arthur takes the Holy Hand Grenade. Did Brother Maynard tell you how to use this? It must be on the count of 5. Oh, wait, no, I mean 3, not 2. Well, I'm sure you got the idea. Here, take these Holy Hand Grenades. I believe you are going to need them for now. Director's overly dramatic theatrical pause. Now you are about to visit Tim the Enchanter. Accept. Scene 6 completed. And now the business of Tim the Enchanter. He resides in the south of those nights now called Eki, Pekang, Zoom, Boing, Mumble, Mumble. He knows of a cave which no man has entered. Very much danger, for beyond the cave lies the gore of eternal peril, which no man has ever crossed. He will tell you your path to the bridge of death. Now off you go. Make haste. Alrighty. Back to the community center. Blue book. All right, so we did Brother Maynard. Now we're doing Tim the Enchanter. So let's go ahead and go to number 6 here. Recall over to Tim the Enchanter. And he is living in this very, very nice house out in the swamp. So let's click on him. I am Tim the Enchanter, and you seek the Holy Grail. To the north there lies a cave, the cave of Caer Benor, wherein, carved in mystic ruins upon the very living rock, the last words of Ulfin Bedwyr of Riget proclaim the last resting place of the most Holy Grail. Go there, but follow only if you be men of valor, for the entrance to the cave is guarded by a creature so foul, so cruel, that no man yet has fought with it and lived. Bones of 450 men lie strewn about its lair. So, brave knights, if you do doubt your courage or your strength, come no further, for death awaits you all with nasty big pointy teeth. The only way to defeat the beast is with this. So I'm guessing he fell asleep. We're trying to have a conversation. That's fine. So, we'll go north here and see if we can't find a cave. I do have trees turned off because I didn't want to not be able to see. So, oh my gosh, the rabbit of Caer Benor. So we've got a bag here somewhere. Here it is. Move this. Got that. The satchel of holy hand grenades. So let's pull this rabbit up. 1, 2, 3. Pow. Alrighty, the remains of rabbit. So we killed the rabbit. Now we must check the quest. Back at Tim the Enchanter. Hey Tim, you awake? Well, that was a fine job. You killed that poor little fluffy rabbit, you sissy. The poor thing, he had a life of hopping left in him. Sobs. Here, take this silly map back to the castle. Continues sobbing uncontrollably. Bridge of Death map. Accept. All right. Time for us to roll on back to King Arthur. We don't have to take Tim with us this time, so we can just recall over. Let's turn the old map into a quest item. And... oops. Arthur, take the map given to you by Tim the Enchanter. He fumbles with the sodden paper. Well, yes, okay, this seems to be the place. Here, I'm sure you know how to read a map. And then he just throws a map at your face and you get to go. But 2 tasks remain before you complete your quest for the Holy Grail. At the bottom of this map it reads, here may be found the last words of Joseph of Arimathea. He who is valiant and pure of spirit may find the Holy Grail in the castle of... I'm not sure what that is. He must have died while carving it. Oh, well, it matters not. That is what he carved into the rock. You must pass through the cave and defeat the legendary black beast of... It If you survive that, you must cross the bridge of death. In order to cross, you will find the 3 questions left behind by my old man from scene 7. He is the keeper of the bridge of death. Each traveler must answer these 3 questions. He who answers these 3 questions may cross in safety. If you get a question wrong, you are cast into the gorge of eternal peril. On the other side, I am told, awaits that which you seek. The old man from scene 7 will give you a bridge token for passing the test at the gorge of eternal peril, and within the castle lies the Holy Grail. Either way, just answer the 3 questions as best you can, and I shall await your return. Remember your tasks. Kill the black beast, cross the bridge of death, and get the bridge token from the old man in scene 7 and retrieve the grail. Oh my, that's 4 tasks actually. You best get a move on. Alright, so let's go ahead and head back to the community center. We will head over to the blue book. The black beast of Uh-oh. Looks like somebody killed one just recently. So we'll go ahead and take this guy out. Alrighty, he's down. Just see if he dropped anything good. And then you're going to go through this red portal here, the sparkle. And then this is the bridge of death. So you have to answer these questions correctly, or they will banish you to the gorge of eternal peril. What is it that you seek? The Holy Grail. All right. What is your favorite color? Blue. All right. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? Well, as you know from the text earlier, you got to ask the question. African or European? All right, now that we're at the end, you just simply type exit. Oh no, I thought that was it. Uh-oh, castle guard, a taunting Frenchman. You see a group of French guards peering over the castle walls. You say, the castle, Our quest is at an end. God be praised, Almighty God, we thank thee that thou hast... Allo daffy English Knigets and Monsieur Arthur King, who is afraid of a duck, you know. So we French fellows outwit you a second time. You reply, how dare you profane this place with your presence? I command you in the name of the Knights of Camelot to open the doors of this sacred castle to which God himself has guided us. How you English say, I am one more time unclog my nose in your direction, sons of a window dresser. So you think you could outclever us French folk with your silly knees bent, running around advancing behavior, you heaving lot of second-hand electric donkey bottom biters. You reply, in the name of the Lord, we demand entrance to this sacred castle. No chance, English bedwetting types. I burst my pimples at you and call your daughter an unrequested silly thing. You tiny-brained wipers of the people's bottoms. You reply, if you do not open this door, we shall take this castle by force. Twong! Bah! The Frenchmen launch livestock over the walls at you. You dodge the livestock in the name of God and the glory of our right. That settles it. Yes, this time and try any more, or we fire arrows at the tops of your heads and make castanets out of your coconuts already. Haha. You tell your men, walk away, just ignore them. No, remain, you illegitimate-faced buggerfools. And if you think you got nasty taunting this time, you ain't heard nothing yet. Daffy English Kniggets thupt. You say, that's it, we shall attack you at once. All right, so let's see what the quest is on this one. Time to slay 6 taunting Frenchmen. All righty. Oop, there's the key. Well, let's get 5 more while we're here. Oh boy. If you missed it, they're just sitting here talking trash the whole time too. Like, I blow my nose at you. We're probably already at 6, but we'll go ahead and kill these other 2 off just real fast. Okay. A reward from the guard. Okay. Cool. So that's done. Let's go ahead and open up the locked door. You approach the old man from scene 7. So, you have passed the test and crossed the bridge of death, at least for now. I suppose you want the bridge token to give to the king. Well, just you hang on. You need to get me out of here safely first. These Frenchmen are ruthless and taunting. Now take me to the castle. Okay. So I think we all know what time it is. Time to go back to King Arthur. And we're going to have... What? Oh, okay. We have to use this. You can't gate in here. Looks like we'll accept. And we've got some stuff here. We got cows. Bunch of other stuff. Thank ye, Malin the Black. I have no further need of thy services. Here is thy pay. So we got cows. We got a bridge token. Pretty cool. Book of lore. All kinds of good stuff. 2 simple tasks to complete your journey in the search of the Grail. Now get moving. So basically we're going to look at our quests. Find out what those 2 things exactly he needs. So we need to slay the beast. Done it. Bridge token, done it. And a reward from the guards, done it. So let's go ahead and take a look here and see what we need to turn into quest items. Okay, now we'll talk to him again. Arthur sees you approach and cannot believe his eyes. Well, do you possess the Holy Grail? You explain the situation at the castle beyond the bridge. You ran away from a group of foul-mouthed, insulting Frenchmen? The Dark Knight vanquished, the Night of Knee silenced, the Black Beast slain, the Bridge of Death bested. All this to end by taunting Frenchmen? Well, I am sure you did your best, and the battle has yet to be waged. We shall be victorious in our quest for the Holy Grail. First, I must handle the situation at the Castle Anthrax. That seems much more pressing. Take this token as your reward until our next battle. Now, would you know the whereabouts of the Royal Riders Guild? I really must speak to them about the ending of this tale. And that's it. Or is it? Accept. At this point, you get a King Arthur's token. And what you want to do is you can't click on it. You can't right-click it. You can't do anything with it right here. So if you've never done this one before and this is your first time, you'll go ahead and just run over to the Magical Stone Exchange. You can access the Stone Exchange by any portal. And it's the Magical Stone Exchange right here under Special Locations. Once here, you'll go over to the corner here. And you'll look. This is going to be for the Scroll of Power. This is going to be for the Holy Grail rewards. And you get to look through here and just select what your item's going to be. I've already gotten the tabard, which is amazing. It's got artifact rarity of 15, intelligence bonus of 10, luck of 50, faster casting recovery of 2, and faster casting of 1, with a strength requirement of only 10. So this is a phenomenal item. You've got some great stuff here for bards, all kinds of stuff. So definitely do this quest. It's absolutely worth it. And you can get some great stuff out of it. So let's see. What is this thing? Provocation bonus. That'd be amazing for a bard. And you're also going to be able to get some really nice weapons out of it too, like Excalibur, for example. This thing has 150 durability, Repawn Slayer, which is all kind of like humanoids. Hit lightning, hit stamina leech, hit life leech, hit point regeneration, mana regeneration, hit chance increase, damage increase, and of course 2 different kinds of damage, physical and energy. So this is an awesome weapon, and it does have a unique look to it. The Green Knight's Glass Toledo. It's gargoyles only, and it's kind of the version of the Excalibur for gargoyle. And of course, my archer would love this. Artifact rarity 15, repawned, same thing pretty much as the Excalibur, but more obviously geared towards the archer classes of ranged. So yeah, you definitely want to do this quest. It's very awesome. Since I've already got the quest item that I need, I'm going to be putting this and displaying it in my room in the castle. So everyone can see just how awesome I am and that kind of stuff. But hope you found this interesting. Hope it's going to help you guys out. If you haven't done the quest before, if there's anything that I may have missed, feel free to leave me a comment or reach out to me on the UOAlive Discord at Gymnastic Goldfish. And we look forward to seeing you out here on the server. And good luck with the quest. Have a great day, everyone.